What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bulls pick up a massively important victory against the Toronto Raptors away from home. Now, at the end of the day, the reason why this game is so important is because even though Toronto are kind of falling down in the standings, I would still consider them a direct rival to compete for us in the play-in tournament spots. And we're going to make sure that we pick up victories in those departments. Because if we stay in the play-in tournament, we need to have, I guess, the tiebreakers over these teams just in case we finish on the same record. And B, because we're trying to have, I guess, situations where we get back to 500. We can't really control what the teams are doing ahead of us. We can't really control what teams are doing below us. But what we can control is the games that we play are getting more wins every week than losses. And this is a good start in terms of tying it up. We lost to Cleveland. We beat the Raptors. We've got a very winnable game against the Memphis Grizzlies coming up in our homestand, our only home game until we go out west. So it's a massively important game for the Chicago Bulls, and oh boy, did we win the game. Now, this definitely was an interesting game, and we're going to discuss a little bit about that in this video. Before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls, their game today, your player of the game, and everything in between. We won this game 116 to 110, and this game felt boring to me. I don't know why, but it felt boring to me. And I think it's because it was just a stop and start game the whole time. It just felt like there was way too many fouls called in this game, and it just led to a free throw fest more than anything. I mean, you know, the coaching staff of the Raptors complained about Scotty Barnes not getting foul calls and whatnot. It felt like he got every foul call given to him today. And I think the Bulls also suffered from this. DeRozan got every foul call given today as well. Even Kobe White. There was just a lot of fouls. And I'm not a big fan of a stop and start game. I'm not a fan of ruining the momentum of a game. I'm very much a fan of just, I guess, good flowing basketball where it's more, you know, if it's an obvious foul, call the obvious foul, but let the game play a little bit. Let teams go at it and stuff of that nature. But that's why I felt this game was boring, because it ruined a lot of the momentum that either team really had just because of how stop-start it was. The amount of timeouts that was used in this game as well because of these things. It felt like the game went on a bit too long for my liking. Maybe it's just because I have somewhere to be, I don't know. But it just felt really, really long. And it felt really boring because of that. But regardless, the Bulls played a great game. 116 points in a four-quarter game is usually a great sign. The Bulls delivered a great second-half performance. A couple of guys stepped up to the plate today. Very impressed with guys like Vucevic. Kobe White sealed the game for us today, and he had a cheeky little smirk as he headed back to the bench with the win. Really nice to see from that point of view. You know, DeRozan, his ISO ball worked out well today for the Chicago Bulls. A lot of his points were based on ISO ball, and he had a good game in my eyes at least. I think Vucevic, DeRozan had 20 plus points. I think Kobe may have ended with 20 plus points. A couple of nice bench performances, especially from Patrick Williams. So I'm happy today. I can't lie, I'm happy. But again, this win is important. Toronto is a direct rival. Toronto has beaten us once in the past. So to get this victory over them away from home is a good one, in my opinion. And in saying that as well, we cannot ignore the fact that this is a new look Toronto Raptors team. The Toronto Raptors with no Pascal Siakam, no OG Anunoby, they have Bruce Brown in there. Bruce Brown, man. If you're a Raptors fan, I don't know how long he's going to stay with the Raptors. I really don't. I don't know if he's going to stay there for a long period of time. I don't know if he's going to get traded. But that's a heck of an introduction. If that was the only game that he ever played for the Toronto Raptors, I think he'd be remembered based on that game. He was phenomenal for the Raptors. And again, Scotty Barnes, phenomenal. RJ Barrett, phenomenal. They had a good couple of bench production pieces as well. I think they had the better bench production overall. I can't really complain about how well the Raptors played, but in the end, the Bulls did a good thing today. The Raptors, on the second night of a back-to-back, they beat the Miami Heat big time in the last game. So a lot of people might have felt nervous coming into this one, but we got the job done. That is all I can say. Now let's talk about what went right, what went wrong for the Chicago Bulls. First things first, I loved attacking the paint. Again, it's funny how basic basketball ends up being the most successful for us. Sometimes the Bulls fall in love with the three-point line. I think every team in some way, form, or fashion does. But the Raptors they lost their size. I mean, all these trades, the Raptors were known for team length. They were team length. Just everybody was massively tall, can switch 1 through 5, and just dominate you with length and defensive capabilities. I still think the toughness of the Raptors defense is there, but their size is not. So with no Podol in the team because he is injured, with no Pascal Siakam because he's been traded, with no OG Anunoby because he's been traded, it's Scotty Barnes still there, RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley. You know, they still have a great team, but the length of that team is a little bit gone. It's not as good as it used to be. And the Bulls took advantage of that. They attacked the paint at will today. A lot of our best production came from in the painted area. Yes, we made some threes. Kobe made some threes. LaVine made a catch-and-shoot three. And, you know, Patrick Williams made some threes as well. That's excellent. And, you know, we need to see more threes go in for the Bulls. But today was a very basic game plan. Attack the paint. Get to the line. Abuse what the Raptors don't have anymore. We have Andre Drummond. We have Nikola Vucevic. Patrick Williams even got a standing dunk in this game. Take advantage of what is there for us. Sometimes adjustments from the game plan is what gets you wins. You know, we should have done this, I think, against the Warriors. It's always the big one against the Warriors. We should have dominated the paint against the Warriors, and we didn't do it. We should have dominated the paint against the Spurs, and I don't think we really did that either. So it's good to really have a game plan, set that game plan, and deliver on that game plan, and that was attacking the paint at will, and we did that today. I liked our shot selection because of that. I liked how easily we were able to get into the paint. I liked the fact that we got to the free throw line a little bit more in this game, even though it was stop and start. It's still good to see guys get easier points from the line. I very much did enjoy a little bit of the ball movement in this game. I think some of it was stagnant, but there were other elements that was good. And I like that we didn't get dominated on the glass today. There were still some moments where the Raptors got like 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in a row that I didn't like. But at least it didn't feel noticeable that the Bulls were getting outworked on the glass. It felt like it was a close and competitive game from that department. So I can't really complain too much about this game. We'll take it in our stride. It's an important win. We got our next game against Memphis. No Ja Morant, no Desmond Bane in that game. No Marcus Smart, I believe, either. So this Memphis Grizzlies team is definitely heavily injury-filled. And we have an opportunity to get a win at home. Our home stand, our only home game before we go out west. That is a must-win game, just like this game was a must-win game. So I will take it. We verse Toronto in about 2 weeks' time. We'll see if things change from then, now that if they get a little bit more momentum, if they make any more trades, if they, try to improve their chemistry. Maybe Scotty Barnes won't absolutely go off today. By the way, Scotty Barnes was fantastic. I can't ignore what I saw today from Scotty Barnes. He was fantastic today. No ignoring it. Like, he didn't miss a shot. Yes, he had a very tough couple of minutes towards the final stretch. He missed, I think he turned the ball over twice in the space of the last couple of minutes, which sucks. But he's a young guy. I think he's, 3rd year in the league? He's going to be just fine. He's going to really lead that Raptors team, in my opinion, to great things. So I was very impressed with him. But altogether, on a short-term basis, I'm very happy the Bulls picked up a win. Hopefully, LaVine is okay as well. LaVine ended up hurting his ankle again. He did come back in the game. He did finish the game, which was great. But usually with ankle injuries, it's after you take the shoe off. Once you take the shoe off and you let the swelling really, become at its worst, you have to let it happen. You can't keep your shoe on forever. It's going to swell up. Once, I'm assuming those shoes are taken off by Zach LaVine, the pain is really going to hit. The adrenaline's going to fall. We might see Zach LaVine out for some time. I don't know. Hopefully the Bulls can keep us updated, and hopefully Zach LaVine is okay. With that being said, my player of the game today, I'm going to give it to Nikola Vucevic. I don't know if that is the right or wrong answer for many of you guys. I liked how Kobe White finished the game. I liked DeRozan's consistency throughout the game. But I thought from the very beginning till now, Vucevic was our best player in that game. He almost got a triple-double today, was crashing the boards, was doing really good work offensively on the offensive rebounding side of things, took advantage of the post plays, was very good in the mid-range today. I'm very happy with Nikola Vucevic's game today. But what do you guys think? Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like and a follow. And or subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you in the next Chicago Bulls related video. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.